That's Maya playing us in for today, and that's Bianca sneezing in the background. We just went out and bought some more comets. We got 8 more comets. They're going to go into the sump tank. We're just not happy with the nutrient load that's coming through into the system at the moment, so we thought we'd boost it a little bit. We have a lot of leafy greens in there and they're looking quite discoloured in the leaves, so we're getting trace ammonia, nitrites and nitrates. So I figure I might as well put a few more fish in there. These guys will probably grow out just like the other ones in there. If we find we've got too much fish and we can't use all the nutrients in the water, they can always go out and we can sell them off to someone with a pond or something outside, so we're not too worried about that side of things. Yeah, so they'll be going in hopefully in the next week or two. I think I might leave them for at least 5 to 7 days in this little tank, just to make sure they're not sick. None of them grow extra fins or arms or legs or something, or crook or anything, so they won't put any disease into the system. So hopefully you'll see these guys going in fairly soon. We've had these fish in here for 4 days now. They don't look exactly happy about being in a small little tank, but they all look healthy and they've all been eating alright. I've seen no little white spots on them like ick or anything like that, so hopefully they should all be fine. Last thing I want is to put disease in with my Jade Perch, so off they go down now to the sump tank with the other big goldies, and we'll see how they go. Those plants will be going in the pond, by the way, they're not going into the tank. So yes, they look a little bit agitated, so we'll get this over and done with as soon as we can. Rightio, so it's now the next day. There's 4 of them there, 5 of them there at the front. There's a couple up in the back corner. They all don't want to come out and be sociable, but yeah, they all seem to be in there quite happily. I haven't seen any of the flame-tail gudgeons getting chased or any of the goldfish chasing them. There's some of the gudgeons up the back there just resting on the bottom. So they got about 2 tablespoons worth of food yesterday, the sump tank, and their little 2mm floating pellets, and they've all gone, so I'm pretty happy that everyone's getting along fine. There's a little black top one down there with the other goldfish. They seem to be eating algae by the look of it. All the slime on the bottom of the tank. So that little black top one was the only one I couldn't find before. There he is just there, you can just sort of make him out. So yep, all later there in the flower. Get rid of that flower. So very happy about that. So hopefully we shall have lots of nice ammonia to fuel the plants. I could sit back and watch them all afternoon, but I've got to put up the hoop house. And this siphon's about to start and ruin the serenity. Have a good one. Thought I might as well do a quick aquaponic update as well. I just caught a couple of these guys feeding a second ago, but as soon as I stuck my mug in the way, they all disappear. So yeah, so the goldies are going well. Had a bit of a problem with this siphon the other day. It just wasn't working, so I took it out and I put one of the traditional hose pipes down the side. It's just burped, so I know it's working. Put the traditional hose pipe down the side to act as a siphon break, and that wasn't working. I think the diameter of my fittings were just a little bit too small, and I cut out little bits there, 2 little cutouts just in there to lower the pipe, and then I put a peg over it to raise it, and I got frustrated and just whacked the pipe in there and put the end fitting on and walked away, and it's been working fine ever since. But you get that, sometimes you just try too hard. The plants, strawberries have pretty much all got this bed to themselves except for parsley and the bullthorn capsicum. We've been harvesting a few strawberries every couple of days, so we're pretty happy with that. There's heaps of flowers and little babies coming on. There's even the occasional Chinese elm. Occasional, and there's 2. So 2 Chinese elms. yeah, they're just the birds have eaten the seeds and they've come down to drink the water and deposited them. Speaking of which, I think we have some Cape Gooseberries. That was a bird poop as well. So they've relieved themselves in the grow bed, and I think we're going to end up with a little standard Cape Gooseberries, but that's alright. We'll just transplant them out. These little mini beetroot have sort of stalled, but then again everything has. That's why I bought the other goldfish, just to try and boost the levels a bit. These strawberries over here, even though they're looking very pale and nutrient deficient, still throwing out flowers. So everything had a good sea sole the other day. I think I've left these broccoli too late. All the broccoli in the other garden, the wicking beds are starting to bolt. Actually they're not bolting, they're just forming really small heads on small plants. So I think I've pretty much all done my dash with them. It's 32 degrees today apparently. I'll double check on that. These kohlrabi are doing really well. They've only just started to get hit by the cabbage moth. So it took them a fair while to find them over here, the lazy moths. But we've just been going and picking them off. This chard, rainbow chard, is looking a little bit, how's your father as well, little dots all over him. So I think I may have just tried to grow a bit too much with just the few fish we had. The water chestnuts are looking good, they're starting to divide up a bit. So sending out more green shoots. So I'm fairly happy with the way that's going. Bulls on capsicum, that's a fruit from winter. We have some more fruit coming on here. Try not to blind you with the sun, it's setting that way. So hopefully we'll end up with some capsicum soon. I've also bought, I think it's called Sarah, fruit fly baits. So I'm going to hang one here because right next door we have a beautiful bowen mango in flower. So we're going to have bowens coming on soon. So I'm going to hang another fruit fly trap up there, one down here, and we'll try and knock as many of these fruit fly on the head before we actually start losing fruit to them. Other than that, the system's working great. Oh, we took some worms, we took the chives out of here, and yeah, I'm going to put up a clip on that. Just the amount of worms we had was pretty amazing. So that's pretty much well it. The ammonia nitrate is still pretty much well traced. The pH is sitting around about 6.5. It's dropping a little bit, so I'm thinking I'm going to have to get some oyster shells or something just to help buffer it a bit. Not straight away in the near future. Walk around clips, I'll do another one in a couple of weeks just so you can see a bit of growth, a bit of change in the system. Yeah, so any comments, questions, suggestions, leave them in the comment section below, and hope you have a good one. Take it easy.